don't love me, I just make you rich. I am waiting for your mind to glitch and decide it's time to change.
Hey friends, what's up? Welcome back. So let's talk about this Unleashed event that happened Friday, March 14th into Saturday, March 15th. Now, I already made a video on this earlier, but there's a few tidbits I really want to go over about this Unleashed event and why is Elphaba up in arms about this entire thing. What were they doing? What was she doing where she wants to call the cops now? Because I'm piqued, I'm intrigued, because first of all, this Unleashed event typically caters to guys, right? It where your advertising and everything is pushed or geared towards men seeking other men. Let's just put it that way. I'm not saying that other individuals can't go there, but typically that is what they're pushing their advertising dollars to. Like, hey, if you're a guy and you like other guys, then here's an event for you where you can wear whatever you want to wear. But typically, even at these events, there's a certain type of outfits that guys typically like to wear. It's a dark room event. If you know what that means, you know what that means. I won't get any further into it. I mean, it's dark. If you're a guy with another guy, do whatever you want is pretty much what that is saying. And if that isn't clear for you, then I don't know what to say to you about this. But it's pretty apparent, what this event is about. It's like an all night long event. You dance, you party, you drink, hopefully within the limits, and you have a good time with, other individuals that are like-minded as you. And if you look at the promo reels and everything about this event, it's guys there. It's guys that like other guys. And the intro video I posted really sums it all up. So shout outs to you who made this. Really love it. It is actually unusual to present as female at said event, right? Like, I wouldn't go to a rock concert with, like, I don't know, reggae fatigues, right? I would stand out, right? I mean, if you look at the video, Elfie literally stands out. I don't know, what's the opposite of a needle in a hay straw? Like a elephant in the room, I guess? Something that you could look at an entire room for a split second and you could literally pick up EOD out of the crowd. Literally is what happened. So with that said, I don't know, something still happened, I guess. Maybe somebody recognized Elphaba, maybe somebody wanted or liked the look. I'm not gonna judge. This is not a channel to judge people on their appearance or their sex or sexuality. I'm just pointing out things, right? So it's either you agree with me or you don't agree with me. I am welcome to disagreements. Just say them in the comments, as long as you stay respectful, because hey, if you're not respectful, I'm not respectful. But let's get back to this. So the way how Elphaba was acting about, somebody was, recording her, blah 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 blah. Was it just the I guess inside aerial footage? I guess the panning of this crowd of men in what is seemingly loosely or firmly described as fetish wear. I mean, there's a lot of guys who've built up their bodies, with their shirts off, typically maybe in super tight boxers, either pleather or real leather, with chains on, all types of what once again is described as fetish looking gear. I mean, if you get me, you get me. If that's the look they're going for, well, that is the exact look. So with this, would I typically think to see Elphaba at an event like this? Probably not unless she like changes her look, but it kind of tells me something where if you're at an event like this, what exactly are you seeking? And what exactly are you trying to portray yourself as? Because a lot of questions coming to mind. And I'm sure I'm not the only person. It's like you are presenting yourself as one way. There's this whole situation with the hormones and not getting the surgery, and then you are at this event where it's dudes looking for other dudes, and you're there, and hey, once again, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you could do and go wherever you want, but it caters to a specific demographic is what I mean, and that demographic typically isn't Elphaba, right? Anyways, those are my thoughts. I mean, once again, you can agree with them or not agree with them. It's really up to you, as long as you remain respectful to yourself, to me, to other people. Then we can have a conversation about this. But in my opinion, I would not have expected Elphaba to be here, to hang around, to be doing this, to be doing that. And whatever they did with whoever they did is now a issue. Drama. But is it truly a drama, or are they just dramatizing or overemphasizing something just because, it begets views? Once again, it's not a secret that if you have a lot of drama, a lot of people will tune in to figure out what the hell's going on, and this might be another example of that. In other news, I wanted to put this up on here. Of course, this is the subreddit UK TikTok behaving badly. I post by Mama Beer 172. Shoutouts to you. This was put together really, really well, and I just wanted to give some credence to it. So let's take a look at this. Because this is really well written in terms of like the idea of placing out here. I wholeheartedly agree with people just taking responsibility for their own actions. So Mama Beer 172 writes, After all the last few days worth of drama that as usual comes with anyone that socially associates with you, I am fed up with the way you have used an already existing friend group and thrown them into a whirlpool of lies and misinformation that resulted in them getting threats from your little minions. Can I post a tidbit of a warning here? Every time I see Elphaba, I guess, infiltrate, get into, mingle with a group of friends, it always ends like this, where there's some sort of drama, disagreement. One person is talking shit about the other person, then one or some or all set of these individuals have to come up and defend themselves in one way, shape, or another. What does that tell you then? That tells you stop hanging around with Elphaba. If it happens once, okay, maybe it's an incident where Elphaba is not a problem. It happens twice, I'm kind of okay. Maybe twice, maybe still not a problem. It happens 3 times. I'm kind of looking at Elphie like, I think you're a problem. If it happens 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times, EOD is definitely a problem. Time and time again, repeatedly, this person infiltrates, hangs around with a group of friends, and then everything gets, pulled into chaos. Why is that? That's because EOD is a problem. Now, Mama Beer continues. The reality is you are a grown adult. You chose to go out. You chose to go out to an area that requires public transport home. Exactly. You and only you are responsible for planning how you're getting home. You chose to go out with not enough money. You chose to stay out as late as you did. You chose to then go home and let the world know how much of a victim you are. You knew your disgusting brat minions would send hatred and threats to these innocent people, and you loved every minute of it. Now, backtrack a bit. It's true, the drama will happen, and when the drama happens, views go up, And of course, people will get hate depending on what side of this drama you're on. Either you're on the EOD train or you're seeing things a different way, and you're like, hey, these people didn't really mean any harm. Ultimately you are responsible for yourself, which I'm on that train. Okay, I can consider, well, not even consider. I know that when you're out with a group of friends, you should look after each other and you should make sure that every single one of you gets home safely. That is true, and I agree with a lot of people saying that the last few days. But ultimately, there's only one person that's responsible for yourself, and that's you. You're responsible for yourself. You can argue till the cows come home. Yeah, but my friends are my friends. They're my friends for a reason, and they should take care of me. Yes, I agree with you. I'm not going to argue that one bit. They should take care of you. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you are responsible for yourself. You are the person that has to take yourself out of danger. You are the person that has to be responsible enough to know how you're getting home and plan correctly. You are the person that if you can't get home after a certain time being out, then you need to leave before that time. I remember my days where I would visit my friends that's hours of bus rides away, and I have to leave by a certain time no matter what we're doing, else I would be stranded in that city. And you know who was responsible for that? Me, not my friend. Okay, I visited my friend. We had a good time. I'm not going to blame them because I decided to stay out super late or super early in the morning, then can't get home, and then want to cry and sob and nag about it. I couldn't blame them, yes, but ultimately, if I am an adult, and at that point I was considered a very young adult in my teens, I still knew the ultimate responsibility for me getting home and me not being stranded because the buses are no longer running is me, myself. I am responsible. I have the mind and wherewithal to know that I need to leave by a certain time and the area I'm going to and how the buses are running. So with that said, I am responsible for me. Anyways, people, I won't read any further, but hey, you read whatever you want to read. Shoutouts once again to MamaBear172 and all the other individuals I will give credit to in the not the comment section, but in the video description. And friends, stay safe out there. Don't do things like this. Maybe if you do it once, you learn your lesson, you got stranded, you had to walk home, because I've heard stories of people walking home 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours by foot from one city to literally another. They start walking home late at night, early in the morning, and then they get home, whether it's once again another 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 hours later. They learn their lesson, and then it never happens again. Is EOD going to learn their lesson? Nope. Never learns their lesson. Will keep doing what they're doing, going out and expect other people to be ultimately responsible for them, and that will never bode well. Alright, take care friends. I will see you in another video. Cheers.